Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. Yeah. Co-creating at its best. You're knowing what you're wanting? Your lips say yes, but your vibration says, what? So it's been very nice visiting with you. We'd like you to go out into the world. You are more than these bodies. You're coming to know that. And that is a key part of anything that you will happen to get or know as a result of playing with us. You are more than these physical bodies, and we so want you to know that. That larger part of you that existed before you came into this physical body still exists even though you are in this physical body. And that is such an important thing for you to know. It's so good when you know that all of you isn't here in this physical body. But it's really, really good when you know that you can find thoughts and therefore vibrational patterns. If you keep doing it, you call it beliefs. And if you really keep doing it, then it is your knowing. It is such a wonderful thing when you begin to consciously know that you can find vibrational resonance through the power of what you're focusing upon here with your mind today or any day. And that in finding that vibrational resonance, that larger part of you who existed before you came into this physical body, that larger part of you who still exists even though you are now in this physical body, that you have found such resonance with that larger part of you that it is now part of this conversation that you're having with these people you love, or this driving experience that you're having as you're moving down the freeway. When you start tapping in, tuning in, turning on to the wholeness of who you are, not only do you feel wonderful, it feels so good to really include all of you in the conversation. Not only do you feel really, 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 really wonderful now, meaning full of fun, full of clarity, full of sureness, steady, full of that vitality, eagerness for life, that tuned in, tapped in, turned on feeling. It's just the best of all feelings. And when you are here in your physical body, and by virtue of your practiced thought, you are now choosing thoughts that hold no resistance to who you really are. In the absence of that resistance, you allow that full connection. The gap closes between who you're being right here, right now, and who you really are in terms of all that you've become. When you first start out your day, well, anytime really, but mostly when you first start out your day, it's like you get to choose which disc you get on. In other words, it's all spinning and law of attraction's gathering it up from wherever you are. And if you had an argument with someone last night and you're repeating it in your mind this morning and you're defending, you're justifying, you know that you were right and you know that they are wrong and you're irritated that they are stubborn and you're all geared up really wanting to find a way to express to them with greater clarity what you know so that you can finally convince them of the rightness of what you are offering about, you get a pretty good vortex going there, and that's the vortex that you've chosen. And even though you've asked for all kinds of things up here, you don't have access to them. But you know what? You do have access to all kinds of things that feel like this. Haven't you noticed that when you're ornery, everybody within a 12-mile radius who is ornery jumps on your disc with you? In fact, people who have never been ornery before become ornery just for you. If they even have slight ornery tendencies, you're going to rendezvous with them, you see. You are vibrationally choosing your points of attraction. And law of attraction is matching you up with experiences and people and thoughts and images that are in the same vibrational frequency. And in the same way, you cannot set your radio dial on 101 FM and listen to what's being broadcast on 97 FM. The frequencies have to match up. You cannot be on one frequency and receive something from another frequency. Law of attraction is making sure of that. But you can be aware of what your frequency is, and you can do something about it. And you can do some things in an easier way than you've been attempting. And the reason that we are speaking to you in this way is because we know that through life you have developed patterns of thought. You've developed beliefs. You've developed ways that you look at things. And some of them, a lot of them in fact, serve you very well. And some of them, a lot of them in fact, are not serving you very well. But you're all over the place with them because you have not been evaluating the content of your thought by its vibrational nature, by its point of attraction nature, by its relationship with your vortex nature, by its relationship with who you really are. You have not been evaluating. You've been evaluating it by the loudest squeaking wheel, or by the people who are up closest to you, or by the news media gets the most attention. You've been evaluating it in screwy ways. And we want to help you to understand that once you get hold of your understanding of what your emotions are about, and once you care about the frequency that you are broadcasting, because, you want to claim what you've put into your vortex. You want to claim what you've put there because it is through life that you have created it. It's through life that you have expanded to that. It's through life that you have become that. And it's time for you to experience the fruits of your sifting and sorting experience. It really is. You'll have that experience when you croak. We love that word because it's so disrespectful of death, since there isn't any death. We love it when you croak, because when you croak, you claim that vortex. That's when you find full resonance with all that you've become. We just don't think you should have to croak to claim resonance with all that you've become. We think it's time for you to begin consciously experiencing it now. Best conversation we've had so far about deliberate creation. And best conversation we've had so far, and by conversation we mean it because we're getting the feedback from you as we move along. Best conversation we've had so far about what allowing is. Best conversation we've had so far about what the vortex really is. Best conversation we've had so far about what contrast provides for you. And best conversation we've had so far about how you stand eternally in a place of evolution. And since that is true, it's time for you to stop taking negative score about where you stand, because where you stand is perfect. And friends, there is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. You just have to identify it. So how often do you say, I'd like to have that. I would like to have that. But, and what are the valid, by your perspective, reasons for the alternate thought that you are inserting? But I don't have time. As you argue for your limitations, or as you point out in further defensiveness that it isn't done yet, that's the thing you're doing that's practicing the vibration that's slowing the momentum, you see. So we know that words don't teach. Strange that we offer so many. And we know that you can only hear what you're vibrationally up to speed with. But it is our knowing that a whole lot of you are vibrationally up to speed with this conversation that we're having right now. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. We just want your heart to sing in the identification of it. Because when you are joyously identifying something that you desire, that means that you are vibrationally in the vicinity of it. And that means the fulfillment of it in terms of seeing it and hearing it and smelling it and tasting it and touching it is going to be way fun for you. When we say to you, you're not ever going to get it done, does it make you feel tired? Or does it make you feel eager? Jerry and Esther had a friend years ago who would say to people who were complaining about being tired, don't worry, honey, you can rest in heaven. And Esther would think, I really don't think that's right. I don't get the sense that that's what's going on in that non-physical realm. I think there's a whole lot of eagerness going. When you strike the right vibrational pose with yourself, you are then the receiver, the allower of that non-physical eagerness that you have already rallied because of what you've got going on in your vortex, you see. We are eager, feel the depth of that word, to visit with you about anything that matters to you. Prepare yourself for conversation that's going to take you into a new place. And get ready to be the owner of your desire, and then the happy observer of wonderful things just lining up. You see, when you get this, and you are, and when you practice it, and you will, and then manifestations come on the heels of your deliberate turning of your phrases and thinking of your thoughts, then you'll feel that hands in the clay thing, and then you will begin to feel invincible. You will feel the same invincibility that you felt when you made the decision to come into this physical body to begin with. You'll see this time-space reality as the platform to inspire you to the specifics of your individual and important desires. But there will be no doubt within you about your worthiness, or about your ability, or about your capability, or about the harmonious cooperation of the universe who is behind you and working with you 24/7. That means all the time. And this is the most important thing that we want to call your attention to. Because often, as humans, we love you very much. You think you want to launch the desire and you want to get it. Boom, boom, boom. I want to know what I want it, I want to launch it, I want to line up, and I want to get it. And we say, yes, you do, and we want that for you, we want that for you, we want that for you. But we love the process of life. We love the process, the delicious process of choosing, and the delicious process of launching the rocket, and the delicious process of knowing that you're not keenly in alignment with it, or maybe not even close to it. And then the process of deliberately lining up with it. And then the conscious awareness of following your impulses, that intuition, that feeling of flow, that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of walking on air, that feeling of knowing that you can do no wrong, that feeling of all things working out for you, and then the manifestation. Because life is not about wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it. It's about wanting it and making your way to the receiving of it, you see. Sort of like orgasms. Well, at least you understand that. You say, yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's good. Just hit me. Boom. Over. You know about savoring. What about food? Do you like that intravenous feeding? Quicker, more efficient, get all the nutritions. Or do you like to roll it around in your mouth a little bit, you see? We think that you want to savor life. And that's what you came for. You came for the deliciousness of this life, not for the accomplishment of it. You can't stop accomplishing it. You cannot stop being the creator of your own reality, and you can never get away from us. You can never extract yourself from the love of source. You can never remove yourself from it. But you can get yourself in a vibrational sequence that causes you not to be aware of how blessed you are, or how loved you are, or how worthy you are, or how valuable you are, or how much you are appreciated for your part in this joyous, expanding, co-creative universe. We have enjoyed this interaction more than words can convey. You are really good at what you do. You are really good at what you do. Just have more fun in the doing of it. Don't make big changes in what's going on in your life experience. Just decide to tweak it just a little bit into more fun. And watch the leverage of the energy that creates worlds flow to your fingertips, you see. It's really your time, friends. You know what to do, so be playful in doing it. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain in the vortex.